Well, hi, boys and girls and parents. This is the season finale episode of Sports, and a very special one. I'm going to take you into the control room where the magic happens, and hopefully I don't get any feedback on my microphone. Good job, Preston, there. The only guy I'm going to name in here. Then these other guys here, they're doing stuff. But the real magic is going to happen in here. Come on, follow me. This is where we have 29 athlete guests for this big finale episode with all of these amazing athletes. Why, hello everyone, and welcome to Sports Den. This is the big season finale. How you doing, everybody? This is Rick. I'm Kenton. That's John. How you doing, fellas?
Hey. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I didn't get to do my Snap story before this, so we'll have to.
Would you
do
stop
that
talking about your
point.
social media for 10 seconds?
The only one that does
as long
social
as
media.
someone promotes the show at some point on social media, because we forgot to do that. So maybe the athletes will tweet their
I think
appearance
they're
here.
on their phones.
They're probably doing that. Good. Someone will take care of that. All right. So things happened this last weekend. The winter season wrapped up. We didn't have any teams in the state tournament, but we did. We will show you what happened in 4A and 3A for boys basketball.
Okay. Show me.
All right. Well, of course, you know what happened, Rick.
Yeah, well, Cretin-Durham Hall won it all
You called it.
on an alley-oop at the end of the game.
Did you call that?
Oturu? No, I didn't call it.
Oh.
I figured Cretin-Durham Hall would win it, although Tyus Jones' little brother, Trey Jones, I think he put up close to 40.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good.
But yep, Cretin-Durham Hall wins it all. So go Raiders, right? Woohoo! And that was 2A.
That was 4A, actually.
4A.
But we'll go down to 3A here. 65-61. Tigers, the unseeded Delano squad, beating Columbia Heights.
Yeah, Delano coming back. They were down like 13 in the second half, maybe even 15. And they came back and won it all in 3A, John and Kenton.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so Delano, never been to Delano.
And you never will with that attitude.
I know someone from Delano, though.
Who?
I can't say.
Good story. Good story. Glad we got that out of the way.
Now, we know season finale episode is special for a variety of reasons. The main reason, other than Umbria Pizza.
Director chairs?
Pizza. This is
Yeah,
special.
these
We're
are
trying
nice.
something different. So we're giving the people what
Thanks.
they want. What do they want for the season finale? Athlete guess.
Less of
They
us.
don't, less of us. Yeah.
We bring in the
talk
top
way
talent
too
in the
much.
area. We talk to them on the show. So to maximize athlete guess, we got two sets working. We're just going to stick us in the middle and go back and forth interviewing some amazing athletes. And we're going to start with some of our finest. Centennial girls hockey. We know they went to state. They made it all the way to the championship game before finishing
Can we get
second
an
place.
applause? Can we get an applause? Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Cougars.
They do well when prompted.
Absolutely. They're very coachable. These great athletes are very coachable. And now we're going to welcome in our Lady Cougars. Welcome to the show. We're going to go right down the line with Gabby Hughes, Anneke Linser. We have Hannah Backman. We have Emily Nadeau. Which one? Nadeau. Not even accurate.
Not even
from what
close.
So now we can get that right for the first time this year. Nadeau. And then, of course, Mackenna Stoterau down on the end, our goaltender. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Experience? Have they all been on the show before? Who's a rookie on the Sports Center today? All right, back three.
Yeah, they make more than make up for all the experience for any inexperience on the show. They've been on so many times. John, you want to open up?
About what? My childhood or?
We'll do that. That's later.
That's later?
Yeah, that's the after show.
I think, I have to imagine state was amazing, but the last thing that we got to see was the section championship. That's what we were there for. I know that for the seniors, that was a hump that seemed like just kept eluding you. Talk to me about that night and once that final buzzer sounded, how everyone felt.
For me personally, it took a while to kind of sink in. Like, the buzzer rang, and I still kind of just sat there, and like everyone started celebrating, and then I threw my gloves in the air and was like, oh my gosh, we actually did it. So it took a while to sink in for me.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, we've tried so hard for 4 or 5 years, and it just felt amazing. I mean, a lot of us were in tears. We were so happy. It was fun to have a really good game. Mackenna played unreal. All these girls up here played unreal. Our whole team, it was just a great effort. That's what made it more fun.
Yeah, like all our hard work finally paid off, and we were so happy. And we had great team chemistry, so it all just paid off for us.
Yeah, it was really fun to play with them, and it didn't really sink in at first, like Gabby said. I was kind of confused, and everybody started hugging me. It was exciting.
Well, speaking of chemistry, after the first goal was scored, I think Gabby scored the first goal against Blaine, right, in the section final?
Who can keep track of all the goals?
Okay, well, somebody
Is it
scored
just
a
wrong,
goal.
or do you not remember?
I don't really remember.
I
It
don't
was
know.
either
Oh,
me or Anneke.
she passed it to Linser.
I think
who
Anneke,
scored.
Oh,
yeah,
Anneke
yeah.
scored.
scored.
Okay, Anneke scores the first goal, and then Anneke and Gabby Selly, and then the team comes together, and Emily comes in and just tackled the
gosh.
entire crowd, and everyone fell to the ground. So we were looking at some of the highlights, and it seems like every goal celebration, everyone's on the ground in a big pile. Does Emily just knock you guys over all the time?
I mean, we
you the
just
wrecking
get really
ball?
excited. Yeah, it was fun. It kind of hurt my jaw. I remember that one specifically. That was good.
Toughest hit of the year right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so looking for a little backstory. You two, Anneke and Gabby, have been on the show for a long time. You've been line mates for a long time. I'm looking for the origin story. When did you guys first meet? When did you start playing together? When were you first on the same line together?
U8,
Yeah, we started playing with each other really young, and like it's been kind of back and forth. Like we've been split up before, and we've played together, and then finally we just like got to play with each other the whole time.
Yeah, it was U8s, and we first met each other, and then we started being line mates. And when we got to high school, every single year since 8th grade, Coach tried splitting us up, and there'd go a couple games, and it'd just be a little rough, and she knew that she had to put us back together. And I think our chemistry shows on the ice.
Is that a destiny thing? Because you two had planned to split yourselves up after this
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
and now you're right back together, right? You're going to
Yeah.
school together next year?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's, how exciting is that? Is that something that you were excited happened once it did finally work out the way that it did?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, how it worked out. It was just the coaches at my school were fired, and then Gabby's school was cut, and it was just crazy how it worked out.
Yeah.
Just kind of like destiny, I guess.
Your family going to road trip up together to save on gas money, or?
I don't know.
All right.
Probably.
And you guys have played overseas. You've had a little national experience. Tell us what that was like.
That experience was absolutely incredible, and we got to be roommates in New Jersey for training camp, and then when we went over to the Czech Republic, we got to be roommates too, and I think that helped a lot with our chemistry, when we got to come back home, because we got to bond a lot in the hotel rooms and everything like that. So sharing that experience with her was awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool to have a familiar face and someone there when you needed them, because that can be a little nerve-wracking, but it was really fun.
So, this last weekend, my daughter wanted to go to Madi Rooney Day. So there was a parade in Andover, and I went to the ice center there, and they had her come in, and they asked her a bunch of questions, and they had photo opportunities afterwards. My daughter's 8, so she was really excited for that because she went to her elementary school. So Madi Rooney, obviously gold medal winner, goalie for Team USA, and UMD Bulldog.
Yeah,
Oh.
So are you guys excited to play with her?
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm unbelievably excited. She's an unreal goalie, and I think next year we have a lot of recruits coming in, and then we'll get her back, and we're going to have a really good team. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it'll be tough to score on her, but it'll make us that much better.
Great. And moving down the line, Hannah, tell us, that's my daughter's name, by the way, so congratulations on having an awesome name. So tell us what the season was like. Obviously, you've also been playing with these girls for several years as well. Tell us what it was like this season. You guys knew you had an opportunity to go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah. Ever since we were young, U8s, Terry Hughes was our coach, and we knew, our senior year, we're going to be so amazing. Our senior year, what are we going to do our senior year? And when it finally came, and for a while we were undefeated, and even when we did get beat, we knew we just had to keep chugging, and it was so unreal how it all ended up. especially with some of my best friends.
Yeah, speaking of one of the best friends, Emily, tell us your experience playing on the same line as them and just playing with your teammates this year.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, like playing with those two, it's hard to keep up, but just like finding your spot, it was so fun with them. And like Hannah said, we always said senior year, that was our year, so just like achieving our goal, it made it that much more special.
Great. And Mackenna, I believe, was this your first year in the program?
Second. I
Second
played
year.
JV last year.
Okay. So tell us what your experience was like joining these girls who've been playing together for such a long time.
It was kind of crazy. I mean, I started just last year, so it was kind of all new to me, and the shots were definitely a lot harder at varsity, but it was a lot more fun. And it was exciting to get to join such a tight-knit group of girls that just kind of welcomed me in.
So, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, great playoff run for you, and you were rotating goalies, and then you just kind of had the hot glove, I guess, in the playoffs. So tell us what was happening late in the season in the section playoffs that kind of, I guess, anything that allowed you to focus better in?
Well, I thought with me and Mackie, the other goalie, we really like drove each other, and we gave good competition, I guess. And that kind of drove us both to be the best that we could, and it was just really, she pushed me a lot, I thought, so that helped me focus.
Both of you having a great season. You're both juniors,
Yeah,
so you'll both be back next year competing against each other.
yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited to have another season with her.
Great.
And now to another season. Is there a spring sport you girls are playing upcoming in the year? Lacrosse, softball?
Lacrosse. Anneke, Ned, and I play lacrosse.
I'm managing lacrosse.
Gabby's going to manage us.
Taking a season off?
Yep.
She's going to keep an eye on everybody.
Yep.
That's cool. Managing's fun. So yeah,
He's got a lot of experience.
got a lot of yeah, I managed in high school too. So we've got a lot of multi-sport athletes in the house tonight. So you're probably going to see some of the lacrosse opponents. They're in the building tonight. So how is that team chemistry going to translate over to the lacrosse pitch?
Pitch?
Do they call it a pitch?
I don't even know. Yes, the field.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. We're really close. Like that's one of the big reasons I started playing is because my friends play. Like last year was my first year, and they kind of pushed me into it, I guess.
Is it more kind of like a relaxing, just having a fun sport kind of basically?
Yeah, for sure. It's way more laid back, but we still are all competitive and we
Sure.
want to win. So it's really fun.
Cool. All right. Well, we know where you're going. You're both going to UMD next fall to play hockey. Any other colleges that you ladies will be going to?
I'll be going to Mankato.
Mankato.
I'll be going to St. Thomas.
All right.
Mayak.
And Mackenna will be leading the team back to state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the only one. There are other people coming back, right? It's not just going to be you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't leave the cupboard completely bare. There's some talent coming back.
All right.
For sure there is.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show. It's been fun watching your careers, watching this season. A lot of fun. We appreciate it. Oh, and there is one thing that we need to bring up here that you were so kind enough to give to us. I'll just go grab it behind here. To show you how great these ladies are, they did something nice for us. They gave us this here, and they signed it by the team.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Get that out of the glare. So, yeah, this is for covering them and having a great time covering them. They all signed it. So, thank you to the Centennial girls hockey team. You guys are awesome. I love the matching hoodies. So that's pretty cool. All right,
We should get some of those.
we should.
We should win at something first, though. That would help.
Let's be successful and then get matching sweatshirts.
Okay.
It's a plan.
Best friends forever.
You got it.
Definitely.
All right, speaking of successful, we have the top 25 plays of the winter season. And per our lawyers' and physicians' request, we only show 5 at a time.
Or 6.
Well, it's 5.5.
Math is fuzzy on this show, but we will start with
Math is hard.
possibly the first 5, starting with 25. Please enjoy. Top play number 25. Spring Lake Park taking on Coon Rapids. They're up by 3. Coon Rapids scores, and Elijah Elkerton knows that, well, they have the game won. He doesn't have to inbound the ball. No timeouts. I love this non-play play. Realizing that all he has to do is walk it out, just walk it out. But since that's a non-play, we'll go to an actual play.
Yeah, Blaine's Cole Hansen thinks he's got a goal coming, but no, not today. Travis Allen denies him with the save. Centennial wins.
At 24, Centennial Gymnastics. Kylie Bender.
Last pass. Oh, she sticks it.
She's good at the floor. State for it, number 23. One of the
Control of it. Now she's got it up again.
Studer going up against Emily Shilson. It's like 8 overtimes before they finally get the escape for Studer and the win. 2 of the top wrestlers at 106.
All right, number 22, Bengals up 1 on Irondale. Look at this inbound play. It's not the layup that makes this a tough play, it's the play itself. Sam Brown finishes the easy play, but Bengals win on a beautifully designed inbound play.
And at 21, more from the hardwood, Carter Anderson. Getting bumped, hits the float shot, and one opportunity. We'll assume he converted, I don't remember.
Part 2 of the season finale. Ricky Pimo.
They know who we are.
Okay. All right, well, second segment here. We have Spring Lake Park girls basketball. 3 of the many stars on the Panthers. We have Madi Ngene, the freshman, Jocelyn Talso, the junior, and Joelle Talso, the sophomore. The 2 sisters. Wow, you guys figured it out.
Wait,
Good
which
job.
ones are sisters?
The team.
Oh, on the right. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
center and right to us.
Thank you.
All right, so Madi, we'll start with you because you're the freshman, and that's how things work in high school. What was it like? Were there any nerves? You played a huge role on this team. You were one of the leaders in points and rebounds, and great defensively. Just talk about kind of just starting the season off as a freshman in a new program.
I think starting off this season, the nerves were definitely really high. When you're put on a team, you're expected to perform. So I think just like knowing you're here for a reason and being a younger player on a higher level team, you just have to know that you're there for a reason and you're out here to perform. So I think that's what calmed my nerves this season.
I'm sure the Talso sisters calm your nerves as well. What was it like playing with those 2?
Oh, it's amazing to play with these 2. They've both got great talent. I know I can trust them when I'm out in the court, and no matter it's just getting open and getting a perfect pass or making sure that when I kick it out that Jocelyn will make her 3.
Now, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot that goes on in practice that you don't want to talk about, but with having sisters on the team, do they kind of get at it ever? You ever see them just like,
I don't know how to describe their relationship. It's kind of like a Tom and Jerry kind of thing. I don't know. They kind of get after each other, but when they're on the court, they're just the dynamic duo. But sometimes off the court, you can see that they're definitely sisters.
All right, so Talso sisters, Jocelyn Jr.,
Yes.
you've been named to be a captain next year.
Yes, I have. It's an honor to be a captain, and I can't wait to see what next year holds. We have a lot of goals and everything, and I hope that we can accomplish them.
You're already the older sister. Now you're a captain. Does this give you more leeway to boss around your sister?
No.
No? So you're going to be a good captain then. All right. All right, and Joelle, sorry.
What? She's over there.
Sorry to startle you. Joelle, so tell us from your perspective, what's it like playing with your sister?
It's really fun, We have such a great bond out there, our sister telepathic communication. No, just kidding. No, it's really good out there. It's so fun playing with her because I know when I pass her the ball, she'll swish that 3, and she can like read my passes sometimes. So.
How long have you guys been playing together?
2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, because
you guys didn't play together as
they're
children?
Great apart.
Well, I know.
Maybe in the driveway?
In the driveway,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Who's the driveway champion?
Me.
Oh.
No.
How much growth was there this season, do you think, from start to finish? Obviously, the year didn't go totally as you wanted in record-wise, but you knew you were going to be young. How much do you think you evolved in that season?
I think we've definitely grown a lot, just in this season alone. Like, Last year, from this year, you can totally tell we've grown a lot. But just in the season, you know, you got girls stepping up and becoming leaders on the team. You got people becoming more aggressive and looking for their shots. You got everyone just working as a team, and it's so cool to see that growth and just how far we've come.
Where's the focus now and for the next 6 months, 8 months or so? Are there spring sports or fall sports that you'll be playing in between?
Yes, I play basketball.
Basketball.
Yep.
So that's it. Just all the time.
We're all on a
straight
spring
hooping.
team together. I play lacrosse in between, but that's just kind of an extra thing to keep me going.
And
but
also soccer.
yeah, I play
So-
soccer in the fall.
You're the true Spring Lake Park 3-sport athlete.
Yeah.
Which used to be
Sammy
mandatory.
Miller, too.
No,
Don't forget about Sammy Miller.
she'll be on later, right?
Yeah. That's next segment.
Rick gets really excited about multi-sport athletes.
He did a
That's all I got.
perspective on it.
That's all I got,
He has
yeah.
his own perspective on that.
On a lot of things, apparently.
All right. Are you living in Elk River now?
We are moving to Elk River, yes.
You're moving. So are you still going to make the drive to Spring Lake Park?
Are you trying to create
Yes,
controversy?
we are going to.
All right. So
Yeah.
what? They're playing Panther sports and they're driving a long way to do so. So
that's great.
I just want to have angry Elks fans calling us and saying they should be playing for our squad.
Well, they'll probably see each other and we'll see, Spring Lake Park.
All right.
This is the future of Spring Lake Park. You guys have a lot of young players. You have
Yes.
a couple of freshmen
And an 8th grader, Avery
Eighth
Dunbar.
grader, exactly.
How big was her contribution? Because she played like the backup point guard position, right? She'd come in off the bench and kind of run the show for a little bit.
Yeah, she was a big asset to our team, and I think the coaches knew that by putting such a young player on our team, and you can definitely see her grow throughout the season, and I'm definitely excited for another 3 years with her.
Yeah, this is the future, right?
This is the future,
This is-
yeah.
We're looking at the future of Spring Lake Park basketball.
Looking at it.
It's also the present.
The present and
The
the
current
future.
moment, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show. Tell your dad I said hi.
All
All
right.
right. All right. Well, thank you to Madi, Joelle, and Jocelyn for coming on the show. And right now, we have more top plays. More top plays.
23-16.
23-16.
That's the
Please
next
enjoy.
five.
Play number 20, Spring Lake Park girls hockey. Drop pass left for Sydney Symynkywicz. Pretty sure that might be right. Either way, she couldn't go wrong. Nice wrister here in traffic over the glove of O'Brien. And Sydney, she snipes it and no longer needs the stick. You can have it. I can celebrate without it.
Number 19, back to the hardwood, Spring Lake Park. Well, she doesn't go to high school there yet. Only an 8th grader, Avery Dunbar with the hook shot, and it's good. Let's take another look at that. Swoop!
Nice sound effect. At 18, down a goal, we turn to number 19. Zach Busick beating the Centennial defense, including the tender. He goes over the shoulder with the score. Little sizzle on this one, going right around the D. And then top shelf. Nicely done, Zach Busick.
Number 17. This one's in the playoffs quarterfinal. Bryce Brodzinski gets the pass ahead. He's going to go ahead and trip a defender, shoot over the other, and score the goal. Punch it.
This one's a little further down in the playoffs, and it's the Cougars in the semifinals. Already 1-goal lead in the first period, and look at this backhander. Beauty, Jack Meny scores a goal. Cougars up 2 in the first period over Minnetonka.
He would score many goals like that.
Just get rid of them.
Welcome back to Sports Den, more athlete guests. And we got a potpourri here. We've got Jordan Driscoll of Blaine Wrestling, Kylie Binder, Centennial Gymnastics, and then we have Kayla Bohr. Am I saying it right? Yeah. Kayla Bohr from Blaine Girls Basketball. Kayla's my sister's name.
Nice.
Kayla automatically in the lead.
Thanks.
We're going to learn all of your family's names tonight.
Yeah. That's actually how I choose people to be on the show, is if they have the same name.
Fair enough.
No one in my family named Jordan, though. Or Kylie. Yet. There's always time.
Knowing
John,
you.
I'll let you start.
My family's names are not something that
Represented?
I want to talk about right now.
That's
Let's start
for the after show.
with wrestling. Jordan Driscoll, wrestling for Blaine. First year wrestling for Blaine, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about joining a new program and working your way in.
It was weird at first because I only knew people from when I used to wrestle when I was younger, like Cole and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a little bit, then I started getting along with everyone, and I started being able to just cope with changing schools.
Where were you before?
Cambridge.
Cambridge. You had enough of that.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So, take me through the season for Blaine. When you look at win-loss records for wrestling, it's different because you got your individual, you've got your team. Take me through how you felt you did individually and how the team was able to accomplish the goals they set.
Individually, I thought I did pretty good, but there was a few things that I could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the team, I think we did pretty good, except a few times we made some mistakes that we shouldn't have made.
I mean, pretty good is putting it nicely. I mean, you made it to state,
Yeah.
right? That's a pretty impressive accomplishment. State wrestling tournament is one of my favorite state tournaments. Talk to me through your experience there in your first trip.
It was kind of made me a little nervous being there. I was just happy that we had 2 other guys with me,
Mm-hmm.
so that we could work together, talk.
What are we looking for going in to next season? I know you've got your sights set on getting back to state. What about the compliments coming with you? What kind of team is returning for next year after losing some seniors?
I think if everyone, there's freestyle and Greco over the summer. I think if we get a lot of people to do that, then we'll kind of make a better team even with a few seniors gone.
Fair enough.
So you can toss people around and stuff like that. It's a little different rules for freestyle and Greco. Is it tough to adjust back to not being able to throw people?
It's tough to how you tilt people and stuff.
Okay. All right.
Check. I got mine done. You're up.
Is a continent?
It's next Asia.
Yep. Now we're going to go down to Kylie. Tell us about your season. A lot of underclassmen for you, for your team.
Yeah, we had a pretty young team this year. Lots of 7th graders came out. We started off a little shaky, but we got definitely better throughout the season, and I think our highest score is a 136 this year, which was pretty good for us. So that was good to have.
You were a sophomore this year?
Yeah.
And you've been on varsity, is this your 3rd year on varsity?
Yeah, since 8th grade.
Okay, and you went to the state competition. Again, you've been there before.
Yeah.
For floor, so you competed
Yeah.
in that. Tell us what that was like.
You're only out there for a short amount of time, but you really just soak in all the energy and the atmosphere that's around, and it's really just fun to be with new people, and you get to meet new girls throughout the section, and it's fun to be there.
Take me through, you said you don't get to do as much. Typically floor is one of the later activities at a meet.
Yeah.
What's it like not having those other activities to get yourself warmed up and get ready for the one event that's so important at state?
Yeah. It's definitely different from a normal meet because for state you had to warm up everything before, and then I had to sit but it was the second event, so it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But it's definitely different.
What's the secret to picking a great song for the floor performance?
I've had mine for a long time actually. I'm actually gonna get a new one probably, but my old club coach picked it, and so.
Do you get to pick this new one? Is that what you're spending your whole summer researching and
yeah,
plotting?
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably high schoolers probably have a lot of musical options to choose from, listening and testing out.
Well, I mean, floor for this, and then baseball walk-up songs? I mean, who else has
Are they doing that high school
music?
baseball?
Not so much in high school, but just athletes in general. WWE, I guess, they get to come out to music, right?
That's not
it's not anything. but-
Definitely not a high school sport.
No, not yet. I'm working on it, though. I have a petition to the high school league.
Okay. Jordan, would you participate in WWE style wrestling if that was a high school sport?
No.
See,
No?
he's a wrestling purist, see? Yeah, it's all about the wrestling, like real wrestling, John.
There's walkout songs and chairs. No?
Would
All
you
right.
would you have a walkout song if they had that for wrestling for high school wrestling?
Yeah.
He'd consider
All
it.
right,
Yeah,
all
he
right.
would.
Well, we can
Yeah,
meet in the
so
middle. That sounds
We don't
good.
need WWE, but we could add some music to the event. They already have like the Saigon heat lamp that just one light above that. Does that help the ambiance of wrestling if you just have like one light above the mat?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
It's not good for television, but as long as it's good for the actual wrestling, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Otherwise, if it's not good for wrestling, then there's no reason to have that.
Fair
So
enough.
I'm glad that it's good for the wrestling. All right, Kayla down there, you've been patiently waiting. Thank you, Kayla.
Thanks.
You're still in the lead. They've closed the gap. All right, so Kayla, tell us about your season. Sophomore.
Yeah.
All right, so underclassmen here, and we've got so a young team for you guys, and you kind of emerged on the scene this year on the varsity team, so you just kind of blew up on our radar early on the season. Tell us about what it was like, especially early on in the year, stepping into the varsity.
It was a little nerve-wracking. We didn't have a very good season. We were 5-21, but I don't know. We have a little bit of potential next year, and yeah, I don't know.
So go ahead, John.
How did you find yourself fitting in? I mean, what was the role that you stepped into more than anything? You think?
I was kind of just there to do whatever I needed to do.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm also just kind of there. That's how I roll.
Well, you turned out to be a scorer. You
Yeah.
had several games where you scored, I think, 20 points at least. You had some really nice scoring games there.
Yeah.
Did you guys build some momentum throughout the year? Or you built some chemistry that you guys can build on towards next year?
Well, we started this year off really well. We had we won 5 in the beginning right away, and then we fell down. But we had some good games and bad games. We did better in some than others. But
Well, very tough conference.
Yeah.
Obviously, several teams in that conference are going to state every year in the section finals, at least for the respective sections. So,
yeah.
What is it that you guys can do? You thinking in the off season? Are you guys playing summer basketball, AAU? Are you guys in different programs?
Yeah, kind of.
Are you involved
Yeah.
in any programs going on?
Yeah.
Any other sports that you play?
Softball.
Softball.
Yeah.
All right. So, are we going to see you on the softball field this spring? Are you on the sophomore team or varsity?
I don't play for Blaine anymore.
You
I played
don't? So
last
we
year,
won't
but I
see
didn't play
you.
this year. Yeah.
Okay.
But then I play spring basketball and softball.
All right.
Okay.
Any other questions, John?
No, I'm all out of questions.
You're
Are we
just
done?
here. I think so. Let me look. We're going to take a break.
Oh, okay.
So thank you, Jordan, Kylie, and Kayla, for coming on the show. We appreciate it. And good luck to all of you in future. You guys are coming back next year and probably making a strong contention to be on the show once again, or at least have a very good season. So maybe your goal won't be to be back on the show again. But
These chairs will be here for you.
they will. All right. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more Sports Den season finale episode.
Pecorino, Campidoglio, vino rosso, vino bianco, cappuccino, Rigoletto, Canaletto, Saccomano. Vaporetto, Portofino, Leonardo, Amaretto, Marco Polo, Parmigiano, Caravaggio, Arlecchino. Allegretto ma non troppo piano, piano, Bardolino. Viva, 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 viva l'Italia, viva l'Italia, viva, 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 viva l'Italia che mi va.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome back to Sports Den. There's more athlete guests giving the people what they want. And now we're going to welcome in our next guest. Ready? Whoa.
Oh,
Bum.
whoa.
Try not to break the desk, fellas. We paid a lot of money for that. Still paying it off. All right, we now welcome to the show. We've got Centennial hockey players and hoopsters. We've got Carter Wagner, we've got Travis Allen, we have Carter Anderson, and we have Ricky Eason. Welcome to the show, fellas.
You know, they've been playing Fortnite this whole time. And that's what I was doing last segment, in case you're wondering where I was. And I did not win.
Against them?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like a, survival of the fittest type of game. So I didn't win against the internet.
Okay.
But these guys did a lot of winning this season. Why don't we talk to them about it? First, Carter Wagner, you had some great goal celebrations this year, namely the one I caught on social media against Maple Grove.
Oh my goodness.
When you
It just
stole the
never
puck
ends.
and scored. Do you premeditate these celebrations, or do you just kind of go off the top and whatever you're feeling at the moment?
It's pretty much just what I'm feeling at the moment, but I love to do it in practice when I score on Travie over here, and that's how I get my practice done.
Does he score a lot on you in practice,
Not
Travis?
often, so when he does celebrate quite a bit.
How does Coach feel about that? Does that distract from the actual practice that's supposed to be happening, the excessive celebrations that are going on?
No, he thinks it's pretty funny, and he gets into it a lot.
I think it helps builds the energy too. We always try to push to have really good high tempo practices, and I think that really amps us up too.
Have you guys seen the movie The Rock?
No.
No?
Unfortunately.
What is
Sean
wrong
Connery?
with kids
Me
these
neither.
days?
Is there a reason
Never
you're
heard
asking
of
this
it.
question?
Yeah, because I think their coach
Oh.
was exactly like the villain in that movie, and I wanted to see if anyone else agreed with me. But never mind.
Oh my gosh.
We'll save that for another day.
That's me. All right, so let's talk about hockey. You guys making it to the section final. You guys played Maple Grove last year in the section final. What was it like coming into the game? What was the attitude? Did you guys have the confidence that you were going to win? Start with Carter.
Yeah, we were pretty confident that we were going to win. Coming into it, we just felt that we needed a little revenge from last year when they beat us. So, and this year we had all the seniors and they didn't, so that's what helped us.
Travis?
I definitely think playing in the building last year definitely gave me the background knowledge, and then it allowed me to succeed, and also the rest of the team.
Is that building different than other buildings?
It definitely, when it gets really noisy,
Yeah.
it feels kind of crammed. But last year it was really crammed, and I think this year it helped.
All right, and so a lot of goals scored in that game, especially by you guys, including Will Francis scoring a goal from a 0-degree angle. What was the reaction from you guys after he scored that?
We were pretty hyped because at that point I think it put us up 4-3, so we were all pretty excited on the bench.
Yeah, it was a pretty big goal for us.
And I'm sure you're excited whenever your team takes the lead.
Yeah, it eases the pressure off of me quite a bit.
Can you kind of talk about the end of your season? Because you went on a shutout streak, I think, through sections up until that Maple Grove game. How well were you playing?
I definitely think I was playing at the highest level that I was that whole year, and I definitely think that the team in front of me was also chugging pretty dang good.
Nice. All right, then state tournament, we'll talk about that. St. Thomas game, what was the feeling? You guys were losing 2-0, you guys come back. What was that like?
We were just thinking, in the regular season, we came back from a lot of games down by 2 or more, and we just knew we were going to come back and win that one.
It was a huge win for us, yeah.
And then I watched a social media video of you playing some hockey with at least one of the Edina skaters. Tell us what that was like, why you joined in, and just kind of, I guess, having fun. Tell us what happened there.
It's kind of the end of your senior year, so you just kind of want to go out there and enjoy it. And, I don't know what the scoreboard was at that time, but it was a lot to none. And so, just kind of wanted to enjoy the moment and take it in.
At first, I didn't realize it was on some type of a timeout or delay or refs discussing something or whatever. I just saw it looked like you had scored on yourself and you were upset, but that wasn't the case. It didn't actually count, but you were playing around with one of the Edina players. Did you know him or?
No clue who that guy is, but all I know is he's number 2 for Edina. So shout out to that kid.
All right, shout out to that kid. All right, moved on the line
hoops.
to the hoopsters. So Carter Anderson, sophomore. All right, tell us about this season. You guys have a new coach. You guys have a young team, a lot of growth, a lot of opportunities there. Tell us about your season.
It kind of didn't really go the way we wanted it to go. We lost a good amount of games, went on a pretty big losing streak. But I think it was just all about building building the whatever the word's called for
The foundation?
next couple of years. Yeah, the foundation.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what it is.
That's why he's here.
Yeah, foundation for the next couple of years. We were really young, only had one senior play, reasonable minutes. So I feel like we had a good season towards the end.
I felt like a lot of the times when we came to see you, you guys played some really competitive games, and they were close, and things maybe just didn't go your way at the end. Was that really frustrating to know that you were close, but you just weren't getting W's?
Yeah, it was rough knowing that like we had a chance to win, and then we just didn't. There's just like a couple things we could have done better, and we could have won the game. So yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of close games. I'm sure, having seniors next year will help closing out games. You guys obviously getting good experience this year. Tell us about the Champlin Park game. You guys gave them a pretty good run in the playoffs.
Yeah, that game was a really fun game. Matt Weifels had a crazy game. He was kind of hitting everything, kind of feeling himself a little bit, having a good time. It was just a fun game to be a part of.
So Ricky, your take on that game?
We played pretty well. We were down by 20 at some point, and then I think with 10 minutes left, and coach called the last time out, and I guess we just went on a big run and tried to bring it back and fell up short in the end. But I think we played really well, and like everything kind of came together in that last game.
A rough season, but Ricky, what would be your favorite memory of the season?
All the three-pointers he made?
I would say probably the Chisago game. We played pretty good, and then we got a steal, and Cutter had a nice little dunk on somebody at the end of the game and kind of sealed it, and kind of had fun and got a nice win.
It's a good memory.
I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, sorry about that.
That was a long time ago.
All right, so Carter, I'm supposed to ask you about your shoe collection.
Yeah, so it's not that
It's
big
not
of a
good.
shoe collection. Just
What are you
like-
wearing right now?
Basketball shoes? Are they basketball shoes that you're collecting, or?
I mean, kinda. It's not really even a collection. Like my
You just
parents,
own some
You
shoes?
you just like shoes.
His is trash.
You have any
so
Birkenstocks?
these are kind of what I'm wearing right now.
Some old J's?
Yeah, they're a little beat up, but I got them for free, so like, it's cool.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
You ain't got no good shoes.
But back to the shoe collection, it's not really a shoe collection. I just have a couple shoes, and my parents like to call it a collection. So
Gotcha. So we're all caught up.
It's a lifestyle,
So the
not a
parents
collection.
added this note on at the end.
All right. Anything, Ricky?
Wait, me, Ricky, or Ricky's?
So you also play football, Carter?
Yeah.
And Ricky play football?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys had a great season for football.
Yeah, it was fun. We played really well.
And so Carter's coming back, and junior?
Yes.
Okay, so you're coming back. You both playing football again next year?
Yeah, I think so.
You guys
Are
play anything else besides hockey, or is it hockey?
I'll be the captain of the tennis team this year.
All right.
He says he's terrible at golf. That's why he plays tennis in the spring.
Travis?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm terrible at golf.
Me too.
Yeah,
I played tennis.
but
It's
I'm not
fun.
good at tennis, even though I'm terrible at golf. That's kind of weird. I didn't know that they were related for some people.
Golf and tennis?
No, if you're terrible at one, then you're just automatically good at the other.
Is that how it works?
That's the way it sounds.
That's why Travis
Oh.
plays tennis.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And Fortnite.
Don't know what you're saying. All right.
Tilted Towers.
All right.
They're also Xbox guys over PlayStation. All of them. Unbelievable.
I'm glad you did this deep dive on their video games.
All right, we're going to cut Ricky's mic and go to the next top 5 plays. Please enjoy.
Everybody in the pool. Number 15, Logan Styles getting stylish. 2.5 somersault. Highest rated dive at the meet versus Coon Rapids. And guess what? He knows it with that smile. Number 14, Gabby. Gabby Hughes against Coon Rapids. Woo! Sweet looking backhand. Right in front. You know what? We're going to consolidate because Gabby's got a lot of plays. Oh, you heard that one outside the arena. That, my friends, is what we call a big slapper, or at least we will now. Woo! Woo! Gabby.
Well, while you find Gabby, you'll find Anneke close by. The two of them connecting with another assist-goal combination. This time, Anneke Linser finishes the backhand against Blaine in their home arena. Backhand goal.
At 12, Centennial girls basketball. Season on the line, down 2. Seconds ticking off. Claire Orth floats it up and in, ties the game, and forces overtime in the big section semifinal. Another look from the future Fighting Hawk at UND. Baseline floater.
Woo! Play number 11. Gabby Rosenthal, deacon the D, and she shovels it backhand. Love this goal. Going right through the D. That's a sizzle play, my friend. That sound and smell is making delicious goal.
I'm glad you're enjoying that.
Oh, what a show.
Welcome back to more Sports Den. We have delicious goal makers on the show now from Bengals hockey, both boys and girls teams. We have veterans of the show. All 5 have been on the show a combined like 20 times, so congratulations on that. Welcome back to the show. We have Bryce Brodzinski, Will Hillman, Jaela O'Brien, Ramsey Parent, and Gabby Rosenthal. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Were you counting us in the 20?
Yeah, because
we've been on the show.
All been on 3 times. That's 15.
Don't worry about it. What did I tell you?
Sorry, I
about
didn't.
not doing math on the show?
Didn't mean to bring up math.
All right.
Sorry.
But last year I showed clips from Eat Sleep Hockey, which was a documentary done like a decade ago that had our Gabby Hughes on there when she was little Gabby, and we had little Bryce on the show too.
Let's show it again. Oh,
not showing it this time, but what I forgot to do last year was finally get this autographed. So I've had this for a long time. It was on my office door for a long time. So you're finally gonna have to autograph this. Do you recognize which one you are?
You better look at that.
Oh, that's a good-looking kid right there.
Right? There you go. So Bryce is going to autograph this. How old are you there?
No idea. Okay, bros.
So that's 2010.
10 years old.
So 10-year-old Bryce here. So here's Bryce.
So he's got the shot. There it is. Not much has changed.
So thanks, Bryce.
Yeah, nice. That was good.
All right. I can go back on the office wall. All right. On with the show. So, Bryce, you're the youngest of 4.
Yep.
Junior this year. Do you feel any added pressure with the name Brodzinski on the back of the jersey, or do the positives outweigh the negatives, just having that support of your hockey family?
There's a lot of pressure, but there's also some positives with it. The pressure being that I look to be good at hockey, but the positives are having like a pathway of where I'm going and what I'm doing, having them gone through that.
Luckily, you are good at hockey, and you've got teammates who are also good at hockey, like your buddy Will over here. Will, how long have you been playing with Bryce here?
I'd say about 5 years now.
All right, tell us what your experience is like. You guys have been playing varsity together the last couple of years.
We just try to have our most fun. We always laughing on the ice, having fun, and we try never take things too serious and try to get the job done.
Who has the better goal celebrations?
For sure, Bryce.
Yeah.
For sure,
Wow.
Bryce.
We definitely have our competitions during practice.
Yeah, so that's a thing, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Is everyone practices at practice what they're going to celebrate.
That's what it's there for.
That's what successful people practice, because they know they're going to score.
Right.
We don't have any type of celebratory.
No.
We're not successful.
It seemed like the best way for you guys to score, and this should probably be obvious and true for most teams, is the power play. But for this squad, it's extremely, in fact, I think both sides, I would even say, the power play was excellent this year. For you gentlemen, what made it click so well this season?
Definitely the chemistry that we had. Our defenseman, Bros, who ran the top of our power play, played with us last year too. So, and me and Will being in the same spots we were last year definitely helped.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are juniors. How's the team looking for next year?
I think we're looking really strong. I think we're only losing about 4 or 5 guys, and I think we should come back with a lot of experience next year from the young guys, and it should be really good.
All right, so you guys are both juniors. You're coming back, but college plans, you're going to St. Cloud State?
Yep.
And you've obviously got some brothers that went there, Johnny and Easton. Easton's still there?
Yep.
Okay.
Easton's a freshman this year.
He's a freshman because he played.
Yeah, he played
okay,
juniors.
Gotcha. So are you going to be able to play with your brother?
Yes, I think so. I think he'll be a junior when I first get there.
Okay.
So there's no juniors plans for you?
I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but we'll
Got some
see.
time to figure it out.
Yeah, when it happens, it happens.
Will, you already looking?
I'm undecided right now. Hopefully, some roll in the
You got
door.
some time.
Yeah, we got a lot of time.
All right, and we'll welcome in the ladies here. We've had you on the show with 4 of your teammates last year.
There's a
after
lot
you
of
guys
girls
went to
here last year.
the state championship.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. You guys had a successful year. Obviously, your goals were to get back to the state tournament, but one of your rivals had something to say about that. They kind of had their year. Tell us about the rivalry you guys had with Centennial, friendly, bitter, otherwise. Jaela?
Okay. I mean, it's always a good competition when we play Centennial. It's always a close game. I mean, we both really want to beat each other, but I don't know. It's always just a good game to come. A lot of people come. Like, if you look in the stands, there's always, like, extra people, not even just, like, families or supporters. It's just, like, people. And I don't know. We knew it was going to be tough this year because they had a good team this year, a lot of returners for them, where we had a lot of big, like, spots to fill from all the seniors that graduated last year.
In a perfect world, we would have had you in separate sections, both going to state. But for TV purposes, the section final was set up for a lot of drama, and we love the Centennial Blaine matchup. Ramsey, tell us about the playoffs were dramatic all the way through, starting with the quarterfinal. Tell us what the Anneke game was like. You guys probably didn't expect to go to overtime against them.
Yeah, that was really unexpected. We thought it was going to be a little easier road than it was. A lot of our new players had to kind of understand what it was like to really get back to the section championship and ultimately try to get back to state like we had the year before. But we knew everyone in sections, it's like a whole new season, and everyone's going to bring their best, so we had to too. And unfortunately, Centennial ended up on top this year.
All right, and Gabby, tell us about the section playoffs, starting with the quarterfinal where Ramsey, I don't know if, you get credit for the assist. I don't know if you intended to pass to Gabby, but the defender helped you out there. Yeah, the puck found its way to Gabby. Tell us what that moment was like, netting that goal in overtime.
Yeah, that was crazy. Obviously, being a senior, I didn't want my season to end going into overtime, which, I don't know, anything can happen in sections, so we didn't want to downplay the game. But yeah, it was crazy. Scoring was obviously a really good feeling. Just keep on going. So.
And then one of your rivals, Maple Grove, you guys were able to dispatch of them in the semifinals.
Yeah, that was a really good game. We split with them during the season, and so we knew it was going to be a really good game. They're obviously a really good team, so we ended up winning, so that was nice. But.
So Ramsey, how long have you been playing together with Gabby and on the same line for varsity?
Well, we've been on the same line since her first year at Blaine when she came over for U14, so 5 years now, 6,
yeah,
something like that.
7.
And is it your sister, Peyton?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so she joined the team this year?
She was a freshman this year.
Yeah, and she was a forward, right, but they moved her to defenseman this year?
Yeah, she's kind of been on and off. She played boys choice league, and she played D kind of there because she was bigger than all the boys at that age, and it was really awesome to have her on the team, especially with all of our seniors last year's, and able to get her the experience she needed at defense with a lot of strong forwards still up front.
All right, and Jaela, you played tennis in the fall.
Yeah.
With Gabby.
With Gabby, yeah. Gabby came out. How was your first year of tennis? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, really new experience. I've never played before, but it was really fun.
And Jaela helped you out, right?
She was really good. She was on varsity.
No,
first
she's
year,
really good.
never played tennis. She's good at everything.
And you'll be playing lacrosse together this next season, correct?
I don't play lacrosse.
I play lacrosse.
Oh,
just
me.
That's a Gabby thing.
Yeah. And Abby Jones, that's the other
Abby
one.
Jones.
Yeah, she's also good at lacrosse.
Lax, yep.
So your plans for college, is it Hamlin?
Yeah.
And you're going to be hopefully playing between the pipes for them?
Hopefully they had a good season this year.
Very
they got
good.
third
place,
so
yeah.
hopefully I can come in there and get them to first. Maybe.
Very nice. What is your favorite memory playing with the team?
Probably just all the people, not really like the game or anything, just like all the friendships and like memories that you made throughout the seasons. Just getting to play with like my best friends all the time. It's something I'll miss, but sure I'll make new friends.
Ramsey Jr.?
Yep.
So you're coming back. You're going to be missing a lot of friends.
I am, yeah.
What does the future look like for Bengals girls
Well,
hockey?
next year we have me and one returning defenseman. We'll be the only 2 seniors, so we lose a lot, but it was nice to not have to fill too many holes this year. So like we got a bunch of underclassmen experience there, so we're not going to have too many new faces next year.
Excellent. All right, and we'll look more on the lacrosse field for you. So
Yeah.
you're not the pitch. Nobody calls it that. Does anyone call it that?
No.
No.
So did they not let you have one of these shirts? Is that what happened?
Yeah, well, I was supposed to wear that shirt, and then I didn't.
There's just so many shirts. I
Yeah.
mean.
There is. Yeah, they're matching. I like that.
Yeah.
So
Guys coordinated.
You played
You're
against Gabby Hughes when you guys were littler, right?
Yeah, like
So-
Kiwis.
Yeah. So who would win a game of puck now if you guys played?
Probably her.
Probably. Yeah. She's good.
For sure.
And-
She's got like 200 more career points than me. So,
So there's that.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show once again. Fun time as always. We appreciate it. And now we're going to go to more top plays.
More.
Next 5. More.
Which ones are those? Are you keeping track?
And we're into the top 10, and it starts on the hardwood. Byron Bynum Jr. with the crossover and the foul. Oh, pretty move. Left the Anneke defender in the dust. That's an ankle breaker. Let's see it one more time. Dink, dink. Oh, crossed him over. He made the free throw, too. Just make the top 3 for sports then instead. Byron Bynum Jr. putting on a show.
Dink, dink, indeed. Over to hockey, number 9. Girls 5AA section quarterfinal. It's overtime. Bengals need some heroics late. Working on the forecheck, Abby Jones seals off the defender. Then Ramsey Parent drops it back. Shot and goal. Gabby Rosenthal, game winner. She had both of the goals in Blaine's win that night. Big victory for the Bengals to lift them to the next round. Hard-fought victory against Anneke. How many more times can we see it? That'll do. Rosenthal with the game winner in OT. And the celebration is on. We're all about celebrations. For good times. Celebrate good times.
Speaking of good times, state hockey. Centennial taking on St. Thomas Academy in the quarterfinal. It was a tied game. Centennial erased the 2-0 deficit, and then Hayden Brickner lights the lamp, gives the Cougars the lead and the victory. Game-winning goal, my friends. Hayden Brickner and the Cougars advance for the first time since 2004. Making it happen.
Hey, y'all trying to hoop? Number 7 brings us back to the Bengals. Basketball team, Ray Mitchell with the steal, and you know what he's going to do. Slam! Oh, Ray Mitchell. We haven't seen many of those on North Metro TV, so we had to dig deep to find this one. Ooh, wait, I think you can hear the dunk even better the third time. Listen. Dink.
A dink and a slam. Now to number 6. Section 5AA. Gabby Hughes going to do it herself. Gets her first shot blocked, then gets a feed from Linser and puts it in, but the finish is on the celebration. Watch the goal. Out in front. Good finish. Emily Nadeau. Toppling people over. Centennial wins the section. Congrats to those ladies. On to state.
All right. Look at that dichotomy of athlete guests
Good color
in the
scheme.
North Metro area. Yeah, it's a good color scheme. All right. Now we're going to move on to our next guest. We have Cameron Crawford, Sydney Symynkywicz, and Sammy Miller. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. So, Spring Lake Park girls hockey. You guys have been in a co-op for a long time. This year, out on your own. Is that scary, exciting, great for the program to be able to go out on its own?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Me too.
Our coach was really excited because
Yeah.
she played for Spring Lake Park
Yes, she
way
did.
back, so she was excited to be a coach for the first ever Spring Lake Park team.
I've been here long enough to be covering her games. And Christy
Oh,
King, the
gosh.
Centennial coach, when she was at Stillwater, so very long time. But anyway, back to you guys. Probably not the season you guys wanted, but probably a growth season. You guys were able to split out on your own, and you got to kind of expect a little bit of a rough road when you separate a number of players from your team. What does the future look like for Panther hockey?
Just turn to Cameron right away.
Not me.
Nope,
That's all Sydney.
She's passing the buck.
We're a very young team, so like it's going to be hard to play against the really big teams that have a lot of older players and seniors and stuff. So especially without Sami in the net, it's going to be really hard to like keep them from scoring.
Sami's been in net for a long time, I think, as a freshman.
No, I played boys until my sophomore year, so I didn't.
Okay. So your sophomore year, you came over, and I remember you just immediately starting goalie, basically, as your sophomore year and going on. So you've been a fixture in net for a long time. Tell us about your career with the Panthers.
So my first 2 years, we were with Coon Rapids, and it was definitely a lot easier than it was this year, but we still played powerhouse teams like Blaine and Centennial and Maple Grove. So I saw a lot of shots.
Yeah, you did.
But not as much as this year. And this year was a lot of fun playing with like the younger girls and just being busy all the time. So it was a challenge, but it was like a lot of fun.
Did you miss having to drive over to Coon Rapids for your practices all the time?
No.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Their rink is so nice.
I don't care for the drive, but
The rink was good, but the drive was
Yeah.
not.
The drive was the traffic. Terrible.
Yeah. From school, it was we would have practice at 3:20 because they get out earlier than us from school. We don't get out till 3. So
That's not fair.
yeah, it
And
was
so
rough.
your coach, even as Friendly Park coach, would just get mad at you for showing up late all the time.
Not me.
Not you, everybody else. You were special.
Does Sami get a pass on everything?
Yeah.
not us.
Pretty much.
Like you need extra time to put on your pads anyway, so.
Yeah. So
Right.
I got leeway. But
Gotcha. And
It
so
must have been nice, though, because that was the only time you guys were going to get it in the net during practice, right? When she's not out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
So
basically.
are you hoping to play goalie for UW River Falls?
yeah, they lost their senior goalie, so they're looking for something new.
You're just going to swoop right in, just like you did as a sophomore.
Hopefully, yeah.
That's cool.
Are you going to play soccer too? Or is this
No.
the end of soccer?
Yeah, a few girls on the team play like intramural, so I might do that, but not playing.
No more.
No.
It all comes to an end.
All right, so Cameron, you also play lacrosse.
Yeah.
You excited for lacrosse? Has practice
So
begun? Has the
excited.
snow melted on the field, on the pitch, whatever you want?
Right now we're just in captain's practices, but we start tryouts April 2nd, and then we actually scrimmage the Blaine girls on Thursday.
Do you
So
think you're
that'll
going to
be
make it?
interesting.
I mean, are you nervous about the tryouts?
No, I'm not nervous.
Are you
about
matched
that.
up with Gabby Rosenthal? They'll put you
no.
on her? No?
No. She's better than me.
She's better than all of us, but that's okay.
Basically.
There's strength in admitting that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Know yourself.
Know yourself and know your limitations. Hashtag SportsDen. All right. All right, so
Oh boy, getting warm in here.
your guys' favorite memory from the season, Cameron?
Ooh. Probably scoring the game-winning goal against Rogers. That was very thrilling and crazy. Coming back in the third period, just blowing it away. It was awesome.
Any special memory for you, Sydney?
Not really, I
Just
guess.
scoring against Blaine and then just giving them your stick?
Yeah.
Did you normally do that after you scored? Just
No,
let go
I
of your
just
stick?
kind of like let it go.
Just like let it go.
Yeah, okay, I scored.
Done with
I don't
this.
need it anymore.
Done with this.
Did you guys beat Coon Rapids this year?
Yeah.
We
was
beat
that
them
like?
once.
That was really fun because it was kind of like a new rivalry that's already like started since it was all of our old teammates. Beating upset, and it was an upset for sure because they kind of walked.
Because they
in.
also have Champlin Park. They
Yeah.
have two giant schools.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
No.
Yeah. Well,
Just us.
they needed a third school. Is what
Yeah.
they needed. So
Yeah.
next year maybe they'll add a third, or you guys can do it again.
We're gonna do it again. Well,
Sydney,
not
Sydney
me.
will make sure it happens.
Yeah, Sydney
Oh, yeah.
will do it.
For sure.
All right. Now we will have to turn our attention to the other side. Are you ready to jump over?
The other
We're gonna-
side?
Yeah, we're gonna jump ship.
We're just gonna do this naturally?
Thank you.
This is a natural
Everything
transition?
happens on the show naturally. Thank you, Cameron, Sydney, and Sami for coming on the show, and good luck to you guys.
Is this the smooth transition that you're?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You can
Come
have
on,
it.
Ricky. All right, so we will move right ahead to our next guests on the show and welcome in some Centennial Lady Hoopsters. We've got Claire Orth, Sara Stapleton, and Taylor McAulay. How's it going?
Good.
Good. I said Taylor McAulay the first time I ever said her name, so I apologize for that.
Maybe Mac's her nickname. Is Mac your name? Tay? Yeah, gotcha. All right, Ricky, you're the Centennial girls basketball expert.
I'll try to be today. Okay, so you guys had a crazy end to the season, kind of abrupt. Well, just talk about that last game.
What's the deal with Park Center?
Yeah, we lost to them last year in the section final too, so we were really hoping to change it up this year, but we couldn't quite do it. Lost in overtime, kind of a heartbreaker, but yeah.
You tied the game at the end of regulation, which was an awesome play. Could you talk us through that? Did you assist on the play, I think?
No, I think it was my sister.
Yeah, Sydney did. Common mistake.
Yeah. Sydney just kind of saw me. I had an open lane and just put it in. I don't know, it kind of I don't even know, I don't remember it really, but it was really exciting and we were hoping that could maybe pull us through, but didn't quite do it.
Yep, there's the play there. Claire Orth making a basket at the end of regular. Oh, that's not the play. I thought it was from what I saw.
Yeah, that is.
There it is.
There's the
There's the play. Clutch bucket there for sure. All right, so
more Claire Orth highlights. And there's Claire.
Can't get enough Claire Orth. So Coach Becken returned. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember from when you were little, her coaching. Do you guys remember her? And what was the excitement when? I'm sure you guys were excited when she came back to coach.
Yeah, we were all really excited. We kind of grew up watching her coach, going to the games. They were really good back then, so
legendary.
we all went.
Legendary coach returns.
Yeah,
Wow.
And then some of us had her as a teacher too. She was my math teacher, and I really liked her. So we were all pretty excited.
Awesome. And Sara, you're a junior this year.
Yep.
You had a good sophomore season last year, and then coming into this year. When we showed up, you seemed to have 5 to 7 blocks every time. Is that a normal thing that we saw, or are you just putting on a show for us?
Usually when we're playing shorter teams, I get around that many blocks, but yeah.
Well, every time I go to see Taylor McAulay play, she fouls out or gets hurt and doesn't play.
Or puts up 26 points, 20 points.
Well, I wasn't working. North Metro was covering the games. But talk about the season you had from an offensive standpoint and what it's like playing with Claire.
This year is a lot different than last year. Claire and I both felt like we needed to step up our roles being upperclassmen this year, and it was a lot of fun being friends with her off the court, making it a lot easier on the court, so things just worked well between us.
Yeah, and kind of leading the backcourt, and then having the Stapleton sisters down low, I'm sure you get a lot of assists from them. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So Sara, playing with your sister, you've had a couple years now. Did you play with each other growing up, or did this just start to happen in the varsity level?
When we were really little, we would play on little in-house teams together, or just at the YMCA. But we during our elementary school years, we didn't play together, and then ended up playing together again in high school. So it was fun.
So what was that experience like, knowing that this was gonna, unless you follow her to college, this was probably gonna be the last time you were gonna play with her?
Yeah, it was a sad experience, but I'm excited for us to both make our own new ones. So. Yeah.
And Claire and Taylor, what was it like, in practice with the Stapleton sisters? Would they bicker at each other at all?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's fun.
Yeah, definitely. And you're going to, have you verbal committed?
Yes, to Madison, Wisconsin.
Badgers.
Yeah, and you won't be playing with your sister because she's going to
South Dakota State. Yeah.
Gotcha. And don't we already have a player? Was it Waytoshik that went there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You just know everything.
Nope, not even close.
Do you know where Claire's going next year?
Nope.
University of North Dakota.
She probably told us on a previous show, but I don't remember that. Sorry. Are you playing basketball there?
Yeah.
Soccer there?
No,
basketball.
No soccer, just basketball, yeah.
Golf, tennis?
No.
Nope.
Just done.
All right.
It's over.
All right, well, thank you for coming on the show. It was fun to watch you guys again. You guys always are a lot of fun to watch, a lot of talent. So we'll look forward to watching you next year, and we'll look forward to good things ahead from you guys as you go off to school. All right.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Now it is the moment where we have
we're showing them, huh?
our last break.
We're done.
We'll be right back.
Oh, no plays.
Tease that. We still have more plays.
Pecorino, Campidoglio, vino rosso, vino bianco, cappuccino, Rigoletto, Cannelletto, Saccomano. Vaporetto, Portofino, Leonardo, Amaretto, Marco Polo, Parmigiano, Caravaggio, Arlecchino. Allegretto ma non troppo piano, piano, Bardolino. Viva, 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 viva l'Italia, viva l'Italia, viva, 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 viva l'Italia che mi va.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Yeah, hi. It's one of those.
Are we still going?
Welcome back to the show. We have more athlete guests. It just never ends. The parade of guests continues. And now we have some special guests from Spring Lake Park boys basketball. We have Elijah Elkerton, Gabe Myron. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. And Blake Remme, correct? All right. Off to a great start. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to start with Elijah. And one of my favorite plays of the year was a non-play. When we were covering the Coon Rapids game, and they had taken their last time out, and they went 4-3 to tie. They didn't get it, but it was tipped in for a 2. You guys had a 1-point lead. One of your teammates was going to pick up the ball until you grabbed it away from him.
Our cue was through the roof.
Just walked along the baseline with the basketball as the last 4.5 seconds winded down, and you guys were victorious.
Was that all you, or was that something Coach had talked about?
Coach has talked about it before. Right after that, they took that last time out. I asked Coach how many timeouts they have, and I realized, looked up at the clock, saw 4 seconds left, and took it out. So
I love the heady non-play play. So that was cool. So congratulations on making the top 25. If you saw that, you remember 25.
Yeah.
Got to start on that. Just the walk, just the stroll. Love that. All right. So tell us about actually playing basketball. You were on the show last year. You had a good junior year. This is your senior year.
Yep.
All right. Tell us about your senior season.
I thought it was really good overall as a season. We made a lot of improvements. Our underclassmen made a great season out of it. We made a lot of people believe that Spring Lake Park basketball is back on the map. And it's all up to these two sitting by me. They had a phenomenal season.
So you're talking about the super sophomores here. Yeah, Gabe and Blake. Gabe, tell us about this season, kind of stepping into a role, eventually becoming one of the scorers on the team. Tell us what your season was like.
Yeah, it was good. We progressed a lot more from last year. Like, we doubled our wins, and last year we were just getting into it, really just learning like what to do on the team. And this year we finally got into it and learned our roles pretty much and what our roles will be for the next couple of years. And I think it'll be good for the next couple of years.
How different was this season? I know that there was a player who didn't come back from last year's team who was pretty good, and it just seemed like the whole style of play changed with the crew that you had this season.
Yeah, we moved the ball around a lot more, and like we gave everybody opportunities to score. It wasn't just one person doing all the scoring. So it was we had more threats to teams to be able to score, and I feel like that helped us a lot this year.
And Blake started the season injured, right? You missed a couple weeks early on. What was that like in the beginning, like realizing, wow, I can't play for, another long part of the season at the beginning? How hard was that at first?
It sucked because then we played Rogers, who I've never played before, and then we played Osseo, who I've always, they're a really good team. I wanted to compete with them, and so, I couldn't really do much at Staples, so, just had to stay sidelined, but it was a good time to reflect and, watch film and just get better that way instead of physically.
Well, yeah, and you, came onto the scene right away, you didn't miss a beat. How was it afterwards when you're coming on and starting to put up, 20-plus points a night?
It feels good. You finally get back into the, feel of things, and you're like, wow, that didn't really faze me. It's just I don't know, it feels good.
Now, Elijah's the one big man. Who's the other big man you have?
Mason Johnson.
Mason Johnson. All right, so what's it like with those two guys subbing in and out, knowing you got two big guys down low that can kind of protect the paint?
It's good because, you got shot blockers down there, guys who can rebound, so, just feels better, I guess. Elke likes to take charges, which is good, and then Mason likes to go up and block shots, so it's a mixture of things.
Nice.
Right, you guys made your mark in the playoffs with the quarterfinal victory over Roseville, and then you guys gave Park Center a good run up until they pulled away at the end. Do you guys feel like that's something to build off on for next season?
Oh yeah, for sure. So this was our first Spring Lake Park ever win in a 4A conference playoff, and so
an extremely tough section.
Right, and so it just shows that we can compete with these teams, and it doesn't matter what their rank or what the rankings are, that we're just going to play our game.
And we got, did all three of you play football, or two of you?
I'm going to play this year.
You're going to play this year, so
Just me.
You've been playing, and you're going to play next year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'll be playing
Hopefully.
as a junior?
Yeah,
That's the
hopefully.
plan.
That's the plan.
All right.
Stay healthy.
Yeah. Any of the spring sports for you guys?
Baseball.
You pitcher?
Yeah, pitcher and outfield.
I knew.
Did you ask him earlier?
No, I didn't. Shot out of the dark. What do you?
It's almost
what are you
half
hoping?
the roster's pitchers.
Probably.
Basically.
It's high school, right?
You got to have pitching. It's all about pitching. So, Western Illinois for you?
Yep.
You excited?
Football. I'm very excited.
He's got the shirt on underneath right now.
I do.
He's got the Leatherneck logo.
Yeah?
I saw when he was putting his mic on.
It's going to be a Leatherneck?
Yep.
Fun.
What position?
I'm a O-lineman, mostly tackle.
Okay, nice.
All right. Well, good luck to you as
you.
a Leatherneck, and you guys next season in football and also basketball as well, and everything ahead of you guys. That is all of our guests. We do have one more part of the show, and that is to round out our top plays of the winter season. Here it is, top 5 plays of the winter. Thanks to Umbria for sponsoring our show. Top 5 plays.
Number 5. The Lady Cougars at stake, Gabby Hughes. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Gabby Hughes with one of her best goals of her career in the state tournament in the semifinals. Beats the D, the toe drag, everything. Love it.
Fire. And number 4, where you find Gabby, of course, Anneke isn't far behind. And maybe outdoing Gabby for this goal. What a move! Against the rival Blaine Bengals, Anneke Linser puts on a show, and then these celebrations by the Cougars, knocking everyone down. Oh, through the stick, through the legs, beats O'Brien over the shoulder. How did she do it? One more time. Oh, it's perfect. What a goal from Linser.
Gabby didn't even play in that game. Anneke lifting her team to victory that night in the rivalry matchup. At number 3, more hockey. And it's the spin, it's the backhand, it's the no-look shot, and a goal for Centennial. In the section championship, this was one of the prettiest we saw all season. The sizzle play from Lucas McGregor with Minnie in front.
Numero 2. Can they get any better? We'll try. Hot call, John Haddon.
One back by Zeller and a hard shot. Deflected goal! Zeller again!
Oh, Mickey Zeller, the deflection goal, goes 5-hole. That was ridiculous. Love it.
Yeah, Zeller got a hat trick that game. But number 1, we go back to the section championship game. Will Francis defies the laws of physics and scores from an impossible angle. This put the Cougars ahead. He's behind the goal line, behind the net, stuffs it in. Cougars would eventually go on to win the section championship. How did he put it in? Nobody knows. Only Will Francis does. What a goal. Cougars are the section champs.
Black, red, and white magic. Cougars are going to stay.
And Travis Allen at the bottom of the pile.
Cougars champs. Fire.
Yay, number one play.
All right, well, thank you to all of our athlete guests for putting up with us. And
Hi, Devery.
their parents for either bringing them or having them. And we had a fun season showing highlights of these guys, and really appreciate having on the show. Thanks to all the coaches, activities directors, and our Baker's dozens of fans out there. We really appreciate it. Everybody's gonna wave goodbye. Bye.
Bye, Devery.
Have a good day.
Ah, it's over.